is going on? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. I seriously appreciate you tuning in today. We're back here in my 2006 Nissan 350z rev up, and today, as you saw from the title of today's video, we're just gonna get right into it. Is the 350z really gonna be a car that you wanna own going into 2023 or going into the end of 2022, I guess, kind of like the fourth quarter? And there's a few things I wanted to talk about kind of regarding the price, another thing regarding kind of availability, and as well as just maintenance costs and stuff like that, kind of just day-to-day owning this thing in 2022. Has it gotten more expensive than it did at least, 3 years ago when I bought this thing? So we're basically gonna talk about that. The sun just went down, so hopefully it doesn't get too dark on us, but we have the 360 camera hooked up in the back, so I'm super excited to see how that turns out, kind of in the more of low light. So hopefully it looks pretty good. But anyways, the first thing I wanted to talk about is pretty much how is the price of the Nissan 350z? How has it been? And honestly, I've done some looking around online. I looked for a car that was exactly like this car when I bought it. So I got this thing about 3 years ago. It was pretty much at the end of 2019, or actually it was about April, so maybe about halfway through 2019. And I paid $8,000 flat for this car, and it had 60,000 miles on it. So I figured that was even pretty low back then. And especially nowadays, I look around and it's pretty hard to find cars under, or at least around 60,000 miles for $8,000, at least what I paid back then. So honestly, if you were asking me right now what a car with 60,000 miles would I would pay for it at least, I mean, I've seen Nissan 350zs in perfect mint condition, like completely bone stock with like 35k miles on them, going for like 18,000. And honestly, I feel like that's kind of a lot, but there is a reason for that. And it's just because if you buy a car with 35k miles, you can enjoy it for 35,000 more miles, and honestly, still sell it with 70k miles, and that's still really low. So a car with low miles holds its value for a lot longer, but you are gonna pay more out of pocket up front. For 60,000 miles, I did see you can find them for around 14,000, between like 12 and 14. You kind of do have to get lucky though. There was one morning the other day I saw for 9 grand, the car had like 78,000 miles on it, and I almost went and just bought it. Like, I don't think I need 2 350zs. Let me know in the comments if should I go get another 350z? I'm kind of afraid to touch this one because I love how it looks, and I guess we could just go ham with a second 350z, but that's besides the point. Let me know what you think in the comments. But anyways, so kind of to conclude the first point, I think low mileage Z's are getting pretty expensive. I would honestly find one between 100 and 140k miles is probably going to be a pretty good option. And you'll know at least it has plenty of life left ahead. So should we gas it? We'll just accelerate right here for a sec. So much fun. My second point is pretty much going to be availability. Like, can you find 50Zs? I've been online recently, and for some reason, I can only find like 2 for sale at a time. And I feel like 3 years ago when I was looking, there was at least 10 for sale at a time. So I don't know, they're kind of few and far between nowadays, especially nice ones. You might have to wait a little bit longer or check a little bit more often. I personally, what I would recommend is I wake up pretty much every day and I check OfferUp and Craigslist. Just be wary when checking OfferUp. I mean, I've heard so many stories of people getting scammed on OfferUp. They even call the police and get the police involved, and the police can't even do very much about it, which is unfortunate. So definitely, make sure you have everything double checked. Bring somebody with you. Just make sure the deal is legit, basically. But other than that, it should be pretty safe. And so is Craigslist as well. Facebook Marketplace, all those types of places. I'm kind of hoping now that summer is over, they're kind of hopefully more are gonna hit the market, but that's honestly, I have no idea. So I guess we can keep our fingers crossed. Man, that sunset right now looks so good. All right, so my very last point I wanted to talk about, hold that thought. So pretty much one of the last things I could think about that would be different about buying this car now than versus when I did in 2019 or going into 2023, if it's gonna be a good option for you, is gonna be like the gas prices. And of course, gas prices have gone up since 2019 when I bought this car. I think when I bought it, with gas prices, I was paying around, I wanna say like $3.89 a gallon for premium, which is seriously half of what I'm paying right now. And it's kind of absurd actually, but They did come back down to about $5.90, but we're back up at about $6.99. Actually, I think it's higher right now than it even got to before. So I'm gonna make a separate video kind of just talking about gas prices and what I think. But let me know what you think down in the comments. Like, how are you doing it? Like, are you staying home more? Are you budgeting better for gas? Like, let me know, because $7 a gallon gas is actually unbelievable. So that is one pretty big thing you'll have to budget if you're looking to get a 350Z, just for like going into 2023, or pretty much, or at least ending 2022 in one. I mean, you know, it's $7 a gallon is a lot, but I mean, like, the smile this car brings me, or just the joy in general, is so much fun. I honestly, it's so worth, like, double the gas prices, okay, that's fine. As long as I could still drive my gas car on the road. When they say gas cars are not allowed and it's electric only, I'll be pretty upset, but until that day, we get to enjoy these things for what they were built for. And I should probably turn my headlights on because it's getting kind of dark. Anyways, this has pretty much been one take of me just rambling, because I saw someone talking about this earlier, and they were just saying that it was too expensive to own this car lately with gas prices and everything. And honestly, gas has been a little bit more than I used to pay, but I honestly think it's worth it. I used to fill this thing for about $75, and now it's about $140. So of course I budget for that, and that's just something I've had to adjust living with a 350Z, and it's totally worth it. Silence. I mean, that would probably cost like $14 just there, honestly. Oh yeah. All right, anyways, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. We've just been driving around and it's dark now. I tried to do this in one take just so I wasn't blabbering on into the night. But anyways, I hope the 360 camera looks kind of cool in the darker, kind of low light. Oh, we're racing this person. We won. I don't think they were racing us, but anyways, thank you so much for tuning in. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet. Join the family. We just hit 15,000 subscribers and it's unbelievable. I seriously appreciate you. This is crazy. Hit the like button if you enjoyed today's video and you want to see more of these videos pop up on your homepage. I really honestly appreciate you for tuning in today, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.